Well, to answer your guys' question, yes it was. Hey everybody, it's Kenneth Ramone back here again with another awesome tacular movie review for you guys. Today, you guys, I've been wanting to talk about the new Joker sequel, Joker Folie, Deux. And I actually watched this one quite a while ago. I actually saw it the first night it came out, actually early. I saw an early showing of this like the Thursday night before it came out because I was super excited. You know, I'm a big Lady Gaga fan, I'm a big Joker fan, but do the two of them go together? Let's talk about that. Well, guys, I was super pumped, like I had said. I showed up to the movie theater early to buy my tickets. Like, I showed up Wednesday. I saw this movie on a Thursday. I showed up Wednesday after work. Because normally, guys, when it comes to these superhero movies, usually there's a line going down the street, all right, where the box office is at my movie theater. It gets totally packed, okay, because people are super excited. All the nerds, I mean, fanboys, come out of the woodworks to see these comic book movies. So they're really, really popular. So I wanted to get my tickets in advance. And I was super excited because I really enjoyed the first Joker. Joaquin Phoenix delivered an outstanding performance as Joker. Like, you didn't even need to be a fan of the comic books, I feel, to enjoy this movie. If you're just a fan of dramas or psychological thrillers, you would have loved it. That being said, though, okay, for this movie, I was actually really, really excited because I'm a huge fan of Lady Gaga. Those of you guys that have been following my channel know that. And just the idea alone of her portraying Harley Quinn immediately got me hooked. And then we find out that this movie's going to be a musical, and I feel like that's kind of what led to this movie's downfall, okay? Yeah, so I showed up to the theater, and to my surprise, it wasn't even half full, guys. There was just maybe like 5 or 6 people like in the rows in front of us. And I was just so surprised that not a lot of people came out to see this movie. Just because, it's Joker. It's Joker alone. I feel like that alone is a drawing point. But I feel like maybe people weren't excited to see a Joker musical. Now, let's get into that. Did we exactly get a musical like they had said that people were talking about? Oh, the Lady Gaga's in. This is going to be a musical. Is it going to be like Star is Born? Is it something like that? Not quite, you guys. So what we got here, we got pretty much where the Joker movie left off, okay? And we see Joker, actually Arthur Fleck. We see Arthur Fleck in Arkham Asylum, right? That's where he meets Harley Quinn. He hears her singing voice, and he's in awe. And as we know, the Joker himself is like a stand-up comedian, okay? That's his goal, is to be a big, showman, right? So, it kind of goes hand in hand, the music aspect in this movie. But the way they delivered it wasn't that well, in my opinion. It was poorly done, okay? You get musical numbers just out of nowhere. I won't say that this is a full musical because it's not, all right? It's basically the story about Arthur Fleck, okay, awaiting trial. Okay, we want to know if he's going to get the death sentence or not, okay? And so it's basically a drama. It's a drama just like the first Joker movie, but I feel like the music just takes away from it, okay? Lady Gaga is outstanding, okay? Excellent singer. The songs are great, okay? That's another thing. The songs in this movie are great, but I feel like just sprinkling them in there, like out of nowhere, takes away from the movie's story. Okay, it's kind of like an intermission, if you will, okay? You get like really, really pumped to see where this movie's going, and then all of a sudden breaks out into song. And, that's not going to be for everybody. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be for everybody. And I feel like if they're going to do a musical, they should have just done a full, 100% musical. But no, they just sprinkle songs in there, and it's kind of like the Joker kind of deflecting, like, it's kind of like his dream. It goes into dream sequence mode, and then they start singing, and, and it's like the Joker wanting to be a showman, and I feel like that's a great idea in itself, but they should have kept with that. And, like, it just goes everywhere. This is an example of a movie that doesn't know what it wants it to be. They have all these great ideas, all right, and they kind of throw them in the blender, but it's not concise. and the movie's just everywhere. Okay, it just like just stick with one thing. Okay, and I will say the first act of this movie outstanding. Okay, the performances of Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga outstanding, but I feel like they just didn't have enough to work with. Like, because we have all these musical numbers in there, there's very little development in the character of Harley Quinn. Very, very little. I didn't even buy that Lady Gaga was Harley Quinn. She's a great actress, but I was just waiting the whole time. This whole 2.5 hour movie, that's what it feels like. I couldn't tell you, but it feels like 2.5 hours. The whole time, I was just waiting for Lady Gaga to become Harley Quinn, to just snap and, become the character that we know and love. And she doesn't even have that, New York accent. She doesn't talk like Harley Quinn. She doesn't look like Harley Quinn. She doesn't feel like Harley Quinn. She just feels like a Joker fangirl, sorry. But that's what we got here. And then just the musical numbers out of nowhere are just like poorly placed in the movie. And I just wanted the movie to be over. When I was watching it, I was like, okay, let's get this song over with. It's a great song. I'm singing. I like it. But I kind of want to get through the story. I want to see where the story's going to go, where it's going to unfold. And there's like very, very promising elements of this movie where I was hooked, okay? Joaquin Phoenix, he delivers that Joker performance that we loved from the first one. All right, there's a court sequence in this movie where he just delivers this compelling speech, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's a maniac. He's no longer Arthur Fleck. He is the Joker, and they're like basically two characters in one. And Joaquin Phoenix is just an amazing actor in like showing that, and becoming two different personalities in one person. He does an outstanding job. There's a part in there where like I'm literally biting my nails because I'm like, okay, where's this gonna go? And then it just leads to nothing. It leads to something just like super disappointing. It goes into music mode again, and then I'm just like, okay, well, that was a bummer. I mean, you really had me there for a second, and it just takes a turn that I just found myself disappointed, and the ending, a lot of people were disappointed in the ending too, and that's just it. Like the first half of this movie was excellent, then it's just become something that it just doesn't know what it wants to be, Choose it. If you want this movie to be a musical, be a musical. If you want it to be a Harley Quinn and Joker origin story, be that. But it just doesn't know what it wants it to be, unfortunately. And I thought towards the end, Lady Gaga was going to become Harley Quinn. Like it was kind of like a gradual thing, like with the Joker movie, the first one, where Arthur Fleck gradually becomes Joker. Like you see like the sequences of him just slowly becoming insane. I thought that's what was going to happen with Harley Quinn. Or at least, have the love story develop, But there's just no development in this movie within those two characters. And the chemistry, I feel like it works, but it doesn't. At the same time, there's no build up into why they love each other, It's really not there. There's not enough, Yeah, you get the musical numbers, but it's not enough to really kind of get that ultimate payoff. Like, yes, okay, this is why they love each other so much. This is why they want to raise havoc on Gotham, So I just feel like that was missing. Hey guys, so before I get to my final rating and my final thoughts on Joker Folie, Deux, I just want to thank you all so much for watching my video. If you like what you see so far, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, what you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate all the support as always, guys. Now let's get to my final thoughts on this movie now, shall we? Alrighty guys, well, being a Lady Gaga fan and being a fan of Joaquin Phoenix Joker and Joker in general, I will say I had to go see this movie, and I was a little bit let down. I don't know if I'm gonna buy this movie when it comes out because I was just kind of disappointed. There's a lot there to be loved. Okay, their performances outstanding. The musical numbers themselves are outstanding. And even the cinematography, okay, there was a part where I was like looking at the prison, and I was like, oh my God, like imagine going there in person, how eerie that would be. Cinematography, great work. I mean, this movie is great, but it's just so much great things that are just thrown together in one, and they just need to stick with the plan here. Just go with go with something and just stick with it. But instead, you make this turn, you make that turn, and then all of a sudden it's just a conjumbled mess here, and that's what I feel like we got with this movie. So I'm gonna give it a rating, and I think I'm gonna give it. I was gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because there's a lot that I love about it, but it's just not concise. And that being said, it's a bad movie. I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. Bad. I mean, it could be better. It could be a lot better. And guys, I do want to give a shout out to Lady Gaga here and her new album Harley Quinn because it's freaking amazing. All right, if you like Harley Quinn, you like oh, no. Okay, it doesn't matter if you like Harley Quinn. If you like Lady Gaga, okay, and you like her jazz music, the music that she put out with Tony Bennett, you're gonna love this. Okay, this is all jazz music. It's all Lady Gaga singing. The whole album is Lady Gaga. But I don't know why they called it Harley Quinn. Okay, I think that they're trying to draw fans from DC to kind of go and support this album. Guys, I feel like that kind of backfired because look, okay, she looks amazing right here. If she would have just pulled this off in the movie, all right, she was like crazy like that in the movie. Oh my God, we would have had a great Harley Quinn. But instead, we just got Lady Gaga being Lady Gaga, which is great. But if you're expecting a Joker and Harley Quinn movie, that's kind of what we want to see, and we didn't get that. But great album, okay. This album right here, 10 out of 10, crisscross awesome sauce, man. Great jazzy songs on here. Highly recommend you check this album out. Paid $14 on her website, and I was expecting to be totally disappointed after this flop of a movie, but she put out a great album. Why it's called Harley Quinn, I have no idea, but great album. That being said, guys, those are my thoughts on Joker, Harley Quinn, Joker Folie. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments section. If you're disappointed as I was, if you, were pleasantly surprised, you thought it was going to be bad after hearing all these critics and you got a great movie. Let me know in the comment section, if that was your experience. As always, guys, thank you so very much for watching my video. Kenneth Ramone signing off. Bang.